It's not morning, but it is day 18.
It is not morning. It is day 18. I just realized it's not morning. I didn't turn on my lights in here. I don't know if it'll make a difference. It makes a difference to me. I don't know if it made a difference to you guys, but
well, not really. But we're recording and for day 18, and normally we record like 7:30 in the morning for me and 9:30 for you, but not today. We had I had an unexpected 6-hour round trip to the Denver airport.
Yeah, you dropped someone off, I picked someone up.
Yep.
We're transitioning family members today.
Did the snow melt?
Yeah. Yeah, I went out to check the mail before I went to pick Adam up at the train station, and there's like the areas that were the biggest snow banks are now like 4 inches tall. They're just like
the heat has returned.
Yeah, the heat's returned. So you're welcome.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's still really cold here. And now the snow is all rearranging and blowing around. So now it's just rearranging.
So do you just like use the tractor and clear it one time and then whatever blows around, or do you have to go out 3 days later and take care of it again?
Depends on which way the wind blows and what happens. Usually we wait till the snow is done and then we clear the driveway so we can get out. We have had several month stretches where you'll have just crusty old gross snow and then it'll snow again finally. And so then it covers it up and then then you shovel some more for that storm and then it snows again. And you never do it never goes away entirely until spring.
I see. Yeah.
I don't know. It's going to be this coming week will be overnight lows -3, -4. It's going to get, yeah.
That's not fun. I haven't looked ahead to what our weather is going to look like, but I don't think we're shaping up. No, we're going to be highs in the 30s. Oh, Friday, 55.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but then it goes back to the 20s after that. So
for the highs?
Yeah. So if one day of 55 and then the highs 26, 25, 29. I don't get weather. I don't understand.
I don't get it. But that's all right.
Pick a season, be that season.
Mother Nature's fickle.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So tell me about your sweater dilemma.
I don't remember what my dilemma is. My dilemma just said I need to knit this before I knit ripples.
I just wrote down sweater dilemma and I don't know why. We're tired. We're tired. We are tired because my almost 20-year-old was home briefly overnight. And that's how I took to the airport today. And, you stay up and visit. And I have to say, she was like, oh my gosh, I really appreciate you taking us to the airport. And I'm like, selfishly, it's visiting time. Like I get her to myself in the car. I don't mind that.
Exactly.
And she's like, oh, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah. She's going to have a great time.
I know. Yeah.
What's I doing? I don't know. Okay. Anyways,
I don't remember. I don't know what your dilemma was. I forgot to turn on my Christmas lights.
So we're doing great, Jana. We're doing great today.
It's one of those days. I tell you, it has been a little bit of a rough week. My youngest was sick with strep and influenza A at the same time.
Right.
My youngest was sick, the blizzard, my mom is pretty independent. She was fine. We just stomped through the drifts but because it was just a lot, it's just been a lot. So a lot. I just need a napping Sunday. That's what I need. A nap Sunday.
Yeah, that's coming.
Movies, Netflix, knitting.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
no, we're going for family Christmas. Extended family Christmas is this afternoon.
Oh.
When this airs this afternoon. Okay. So we're going up to Massachusetts to my dad's house, and we did Secret Santa this year, so we didn't have to buy for everyone.
Yep. Yeah, you mentioned that you have all these bulky knitwear things that you're going to still have.
They sprung it on me this year, the year I was prepared.
Of all the nerds.
Anyway, so I have this sweater. So I'm excited about ripples, and I was getting ready to cast on, and I was like, wait, you have a sweater on the needles that you want to wear.
Right.
So so I have to finish this one. So this is Sanderling, and I'll put it on one side. I don't want to put it on the other side yet, because I don't know if I might pop some stitches off. So anyway, so this is where I am. So I have to do this sleeve, obviously the other sleeve, and then I'll pick up all the way around and do a seed or a moss stitch or seed stitch border for the neckline and the button band, but there's no buttons. It just hangs open.
What's the difference between moss? I forget what the difference
moss
is
stitch
between moss stitch and seed stitch.
Well, it depends on if you're in the UK or whatever. So seed stitch is 1 alternating, and moss stitch is 2. Knit, knit, purl, purl. Knit, knit, purl, purl.
Okay, I find them both annoying.
Yeah, but it's like 5 rows, so it'll go.
And
it'll be fine.
The doing 2 is better than 1, because it's just like 2x2 rib is better in my world. It's preferable than 1x1.
Yeah, for sure. So Sanderling, this is a pattern from Green Mountain Spinners. Green Mountain Spinnery.
And is the sleeve patterned as well, or is it just straight stockinette, the sleeve?
It's this.
Okay.
It's this going down. So I'm a little bit along on the first sleeve.
Okay.
I'm forgetting. I was like, yay, it's going to be a sleeve. It'll go so quick. But this is like 3 hours of knitting.
Yeah.
So,
well, you got to keep track when it's lace, when it's a lace thing, that kind of thing that stacks on itself and you can see the yarn overs are just diagonal. Like it goes more quickly than some other complicated things, but still it's just paying attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where I am. So I'm not casting on ripples until this is done.
Oh, personal.
And when I first picked it back up, I was like, oh, I'll still have it done by Christmas. But then I started working on the sleeve and I'm like, well, that was 3 hours. I probably won't have it done by Christmas, but I probably will have it done by the end of the year, I think. So
I keep forgetting that it's Christmas week. Like I mentioned, I go to the airport and I'm like, Saturday, what's with all the people? I'm like, oh, shopping.
Yeah. I had to go. I was on highways going to where the train station is, but in doing that I passed like a Target area, so there was a lot of traffic for people headed that way. So should we open?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I told you already, but you could guess anyway. You could act like you don't know.
Well, show me. I want to see the sticker.
It's a thing with us, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, that's the Alamo.
Yes.
So we're in Tejas.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and today's interview is with Allie from Savvy Skeins in Texas. I forget what city in Texas. And there's a paper. I think she has here we go. She has her business card. Savvy Skeins cleverly dyed yarn in New Braunfels. Am I saying, somebody will tell me I'm saying that right? New Braunfels, Texas.
Nice.
And this is called Grunhall.
Oh, that's pretty.
It is. I don't know why though. It's called that.
Grunhall.
I guess. Yeah. But it feels nice. And it's a creamy with speckles.
Is it like navy blue or black? Or?
No, it looks a little brownish.
Huh.
Like a cream with some chocolate sprinkles.
I like chocolate sprinkles.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Oh, I guess it's my turn now.
And
Sorry.
that will go, I like this because that will go well with all the other optional craziness that's in my box.
Yeah.
So that will tie together lots of options.
Many ways.
Nice.
So day 18.
Yep.
Or another yarn day. Hold it away from the microphone. Bam!
Woo! Ooh!
This is again Laxdale yarn. This is sea pink, which is a kind of flower. So those are our colors so far.
Yeah.
I heard from some fans of purple that they were not thrilled with the color so far. I hope you are satisfied now. Purple.
I like it. I'm excited to see what the parallel pattern is, to see if I might have stash yarn. Oh,
you
but
might.
Can we clarify?
Like.
Let's clarify something for me, because I know you've answered this question, so I apologize that I maybe didn't pay attention very well. But I know you understand that. So, yeah.
Yeah, it happens.
All of these patterns that you're showing us at some point will be available on Ravelry, or does it just depend on the designer? Or like,
it depends on the designer. I asked the designers not to release the pattern until after they went live in
our scheme of things. Okay.
Yes. So flip?
If people wanted to purchase a pattern that did not, people that are watching this that did not get the box and they want to buy the pattern,
right?
They just have to go to the designer and see if it's available yet.
Yes.
And if it's not, should they email the designer?
Yes, or contact them on social media and just be like, hey, I saw this in the Shetland Hog Mini box and I want to knit it. Okay. When is it coming out? So a lot of people asked about the Shoreline Cowl by Vivica Villapulai. For now, that is available now as a kit on the Uradale site.
Good. Yep. Saw that.
So that one you'll need to get as a kit for now. I'm not sure what the plans are as far as selling the pattern individually. That's up. This is all the designers kept the rights, so they get to decide how and when to
that's cool.
Release it. So it's up to them.
Okay.
Yep.
That makes sense. All right. Well, we'll cut over to our interview with Allie.
Yeah. See you guys.
Savvy Skeins. See you later.
Bye.
Hey, we are here today on day 18 with Allie from Savvy Skeins, based in Texas. Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome, Hi, thanks for having me.
Yes. So the first thing I want to ask you is, about the name Savvy Skeins, and then also how did you get started with your business?
So first, the name. I'll tell you this. It's kind of funny. So when I started, originally called myself You and Me. I thought, oh, cute, EWE. Me and my daughter were doing stuff together, and it was really funny because all of a sudden I started one day getting these emails about someone who was unhappy with their yarn. I was like, I haven't sent you any yarn. Come to find out, there's a whole nother yarn dyer named You and Me. So I thought, before it gets into a big mess, I better change the name. So I just came up with Savvy Skeins because it just kind of rolls off your tongue, and it's,
Yeah.
It worked really well. No one was using it. The name on Ravelry was free. The name on Instagram was free.
Wow.
That's it. That's me.
You gotta love that.
I know. It was like perfect.
How did you get started dyeing?
So I started dyeing. I started first as a knitter and a spinner. And I was a stay-at-home mom. I have 5 kids. And I needed some kind of creative outlet for myself because you're going to go crazy. So I learned how to knit. And then after we moved from Oregon to Texas, I walked into a yarn store. I wanted to try to get plugged into the fiber community here. And I saw some indie dyed yarn. It was like all speckled. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. Yeah. I want to try, this is another creative outlet. And so I threw some color on some yarn. I actually came up with my pandemonium color was my first color that I came up with. And it's still the #1 seller.
Nice.
So anyways, I gave it a try, and I was going to, keep it for myself. But then all of a sudden I've got people saying, well, I'll buy that. I'll buy that. I'll buy that. I was like, okay. And it just kind of snowballed. And I thought I must have tapped into something that I didn't know existed inside me. So it just, from there, now I dye yarn like crazy. All the time.
That's fantastic.
Awesome.
Yep.
I was on your website earlier today, Allie, and I saw that you have like a really nice selection of bases. Could you share with us what your bases are?
Yes. So right now I have 7 bases.
Wow.
I've got this is my most popular one. It's my Sensible sock. It's 420 yards of 80/20 superwash merino nylon.
Mm-hmm.
And what I like about the base that I source is it's a fingering weight, but it actually has 8 plies of yarn in it. So it's very squishy and makes really nice fabric.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, this is my Sensible sock. And then I've got a base is just no nylon in it. Superwash merino.
Okay.
Fingering. And then I've got a DK weight and a worsted weight. And I just dyed up some, because after I made this, it's called the Sorrel sweater.
Sorrel. Okay.
Yes, Sorrel by, I believe it's Wool and Pine.
Okay.
Designer. Yeah, and
That's
it
lovely.
turned out so well. I thought I better have some mohair dyed up just in case someone wants some. I do have a mohair base, and it goes really well with a lot of my colors. So everyone can make a sorrel. And then just recently, because this is kind of funny, after I finished this, I'm realizing I'm kind of sneezing a lot from the mohair. So I thought I'll try some alpaca. So this is actually a new base that's coming out. It's my cloud base, and it's 74% baby Surrey alpaca and 26% mulberry silk.
Nice.
So I haven't been able to work with it yet, but it's called it cloud for a reason.
Lovely.
Very
alpaca
squishy.
silk is lovely. Yeah.
That's a lot. So when you're thinking of new colors, and you mentioned your very first one you came up with, where do you look for your color inspiration?
So it's really interesting. When I'm really stuck, I will look on Pinterest, just searching for like color palettes and just see what kind of strikes me. But a lot of my colors tend to come from just like what I'm feeling on that day.
Mm-hmm.
Or
pandemonium.
You're right.
With five kids.
Yeah, the mom of 5 kids comes up with pandemonium. I wonder
why.
That. Right. So like, for instance, going off emotion, my husband, if anyone's been following me on social media, my husband was actually diagnosed with lupus this past summer. And so he was in the hospital almost all summer. It was pretty traumatic.
Yeah.
I almost lost him a couple of times. But it's funny, I'm sitting in the nephrologist office of all places, and I'm just like so overwhelmed and stressed. I'm looking around, and I notice their art on the wall, and I think, okay, I need those colors because they're doing something to me. And then I come up with this one.
Oh, wow.
So this came out of me sitting in the nephrology office.
Yeah, that's a kidney doctor, for those that don't know what that means. It's a kidney person.
Doctor. So it ends up being Journey.
Yeah, wow. That's
sometimes it comes out of what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Feelings and what strikes you. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
So we have something we're asking pretty much everyone we're interviewing, because as knitters, we tend to multitask with audiobooks or by sort of watching streaming services. And so we're asking everybody if they have recommendations. Is there anything that you came across this year that you would recommend to our viewers?
It's tricky.
Yeah, like we've had people tell us about podcasts they enjoy, audiobooks obviously, but also, Netflix or whatever you have enjoyed this year. But you probably don't watch a lot of TV. You have too much.
Not a whole lot. I mean, there are days when I'll put my iPad up in because I dye in my garage. My garage is my studio.
Right.
So I'll put it up there. I have been enjoying listening to the Outlander series on audiobook.
Yeah.
That's been good. I also like to watch documentaries on like cults and weird. Please, that was weird. But so I actually enjoyed listening to Leah Remini's book on Scientology.
Okay.
While I'm dyeing yarn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've had so many
people talk about true crime and how they love the true crime documentaries and podcasts and stuff. That's not me. I am all about like the cult ones. And I was a religion major way back in college. And so I think it just pushes those buttons for me, you know?
Yeah. That's interesting. Wow. Yeah, I knew you were a religious studies major, Amber. I didn't know that you liked the cult shows.
Yeah.
Like the new one that's now out now about that NXIVM cult.
Oh yeah.
The Vow.
Yes.
That's
that was
my
based
daughters
on a
have been watching. Oh my gosh, I can't believe they actually fell for that, you know? But people do. It's fascinating to me.
Yeah.
So
Jana, that one's crazy. You got to find that one.
What's it called again?
The NXIVM cult, I think is what it's called, but it's about NXIVM.
Yeah, so there's a documentary series on, I think it's HBO Max, called The Vow, and they go through the whole cult, like how it started. And
I don't even know what that means. NXIVM.
Well, it was.
I don't know
they were
either.
like a multi-level marketing kind of thing, and it like developed into an actual cult. Like people comment, like, you know, I can't think of one now. What's that one where like they sell soaps and whatever? Anyway, they'll be like, they got involved with MLM and it was like cultish and whatever, and they always talk about it. Okay. This actually like became
a thing.
A cult. Yeah.
Yeah, like there was some actual human trafficking. Weird.
Oh my gosh.
Lock a girl in the room for a year, you know, stuff.
It was nuts.
Horrible.
Nuts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Goodness. So on that note, what do you have coming up for your business in the new year? So, is there things you can tell us about, or it's not secret, or you know?
No, it's not secret. Yeah. You'll be the first ones to know. So every year I'm doing, the last couple of years, I do some yarn clubs. And the first year I did it all on birds. So I called it Finding Beauty in Birds. And then I was getting inspiration from different birds. And then this year I did flowers. So every month is a different flower inspiration. So I'll be starting a new one. I haven't quite decided if it's going to be like Finding Beauty in the Universe and do like
galaxy.
Yeah, like Hubble pictures.
Right. Yeah. Or the ocean. That's another one I thought about. Finding Beauty in the ocean.
Right.
So many different fish and seas.
Oh yeah.
Whatever. There's so many colors to see down there. And then or I thought about doing famous places.
Oh. Wow. That's a lot.
I haven't decided that I'm going back and forth trying to figure out which one to do. And then I always have my ongoing yarn club Knitflix where I'll do a color palette from a movie.
Oh, cool.
Series and that's ongoing. Neat. So anyone can join.
Yeah. Well, we will put all of your social media links down below in the video description. And so people maybe they can comment on your Instagram if they have a vote for one of those things.
Oh, yeah, that is a really great idea. Yeah.
Like do an Instagram poll maybe on the day this comes out so that people can but you might have decided by then because it won't come out for another month, but
right.
You might have decided, but you might try that. Yeah.
Maybe I'll be adventurous and do a couple of them at the same time. Who knows?
Yeah. That's wonderful. Well, thanks so much for joining us, Allie.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Great to meet you. Thanks.